I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Waiting! Bring it! Here.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground with a tight end. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Go. Banjo. One left.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wentz now to throw. It's hauled in by Dodson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Ross, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
and that's a great spot to be in, but I love the...
And I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep here and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Kenny Stills. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right here. Zebra, 36 power.
Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6.
Now Wentz. Caught left side, Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Yeah, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
Brings up third and 7.
Play action. It's Wilson. Now he's forced out right. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On second down, Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wilson. Throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tighten up. Look left.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11. There's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
54 Mike. Let him know.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check. Watch 54. It's out.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Good job.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Saints have taken the lead. And on that one, able to to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 26-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And it's 2nd down. On play action, it's Wentz. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go. 180. Check 53. 10-5-7. You ain't doing it.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Go. 180. 40. Check. Sunday. Hey, exit. What's this?
On 1st down, Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
14.
35-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the 54. 18. 25. Check 25.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Justin Watson.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check in. We got to get the ball. Get the ball.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on second down. Wilson flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
On third down, Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike 34. Who that?
The first down carry for Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Davis. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his... And he's got him! It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Pierre Garçon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check it out, please. 6-6, pull it high.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
53, Mike 50.
Great 15, great 15. General West.
Rush in.
This is Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Bravo.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Great 15, great 15. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5.
To throw is Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. It's complete. Stills. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And gives him a nice pickup. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it here. This is James White. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On first down, it's Hines. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
82-14. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doctson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Berrios. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Pull up for Sidney. Good guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, tighten down.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with Davis. Now Davis fumbles it, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Listen. Two-jet.
He's back to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And who else to make the big play to seal this victory but Richard Sherman?
He does have an exquisite sense of timing, doesn't he? He loves the spotlight, loves the big stage. Really feels no pressure when there's a big play that needs to happen, and he just did another one right there. Remember when he knocked one away to seal an NFC Championship game against San Francisco?
Yep.
And that was really kind of the big arrival on stage for the rest of the world was that play in that game for Richard Sherman.
Quiet, 9.